questions, comments to Ivan's presentation?
Short one. He says we know what is in there. So why is it there?
No, what I said, we know what is in there, that we know the patients we have in the database. We can access their viral loads, we can draw out how many are suppressed and how many are not suppressed. But we do not know what is promoting these figures or what is actually failing us to get to the desired figures.
So you know the proportion of patients who are suppressed?
We know we can, yes.
From routine care, because we always get the viral loads up, but maybe looking at the barriers and potential facilitators. Yeah.
So, my question is saying the fact they said look at non-suppressors. So are you going to look at barriers or facilitators? Because you're already non-suppressors, don't you have to look at one?
So for the non-suppressors, then that would mean we are more interested in the intervention of adherence counseling, intensified adherence counseling, and see whether it actually makes an impact on them or it doesn't.
So I going to look on the side of the attendants or the patients or on the side of the health workers?
I think it's from both sides because it's, the health workers are involved in administering the intensified adherence counseling, but also the patients have to be motivated to be part of this intervention.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes, I was wondering how you're going to interface with the patients. Just go back. Are you interviewing them? What are you doing to get this information from the patients?
So for the patients, I intend to get to hold focus group discussions from the patients that come to the clinic and are identified as non-suppressors.
Are you assuming that because focus group discussions aim at getting a consensus, but I'd imagine that people's reasons for non-suppression may be very individual. So when you hold focus group discussions, you stand to miss, I think, the variations. You may not capture. I may come to a focus group discussion and keep quiet or not feel comfortable to talk about it, and I don't know whether they're going to constitute groups of people who are part of a group. I mean, I feel very uncomfortable if I came to a clinical setting and they put us together in a group to ask us questions about viral suppression. From a more practical point of view, I think focus group discussion may not yield the kind of data you're looking for, and you may want to consider not key informers, but in the interviews. With patients, yes. In which case you have to consider who you're going to include. So inclusion criteria will have to be very specific. Who are you looking at? Gender, is it age, is it, other variations that can cause. So I'm going to reflect a bit more.
Maybe the focus group discussions could work for the health workers, but not the patients.
But another comment there. We've had a challenge with the children, particularly on adolescents, for virus suppression, and we try to talk to individual parents or guardians, and somehow it did make a big difference when we did that. But somewhere we thought maybe we should bring these people together, and some who have suppressed and those who have children who have suppressed and those who have children who have not suppressed. And they talk through things, it might help.
As an intervention or as a data collection?
At that time for us we are looking at as an intervention in a clinical setting, it's not research. And when we did that, we seem to see a lot of response. When parents talk to each other and then one says, I didn't know that is important. I didn't know that I had to ask the child when is the best time to give them medicine. So I just gave them medicine and I expected them to take it. So, but I don't know, adults have different of children. But I just wanted to share my experience.
And my only point on that one is that was more of an intervention. And if you're actually collecting data, focus group discussions with the idea for the kind of data you seem to collect, then I think that it would be a much better approach.
So the implementation challenge you're dealing with is guideline implementation and adherence. So has someone answered A1? Because I'm like a hung jury, I'm not yet sure that we are done with. Has someone dealt with what you want to do in A1, describing the cascade, which is sort of getting at how well or how poorly or what are the challenges or sort of measurements around that guideline implementation and eventually understand why?
I think we don't have literature that has come out on A1, but
are you still doing it?
But because I don't know, my supervisor is actually the one who proposed that this should not be an objective. This is data that is available that you should just go and put into a document and tell us what it is. Probably it would even help you identify some of the areas which are lacking. So if you find that the patients are actually coming back for the viral load test, but it is not being offered to them, so is the problem with the patient, or rather is the problem with the patient, or the problem is actually at the health facility? So now you probably focus your intervention at the facility.
So Ivan, my question is, you are part of the provider at that clinic.
Yes.
And in the clinic, I mean, I always look at how many people we have who are suppressed, and how many are not suppressed. And so I don't know whether we really need to
Describe that.
No. You need to describe it, but whether it requires IRB for you as a provider in the clinic to know who is suppressing and who is not suppressing and their characteristics, even from the perspective of service delivery. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't do that all the time, and I have to make sure that my worry is that this is a very dynamic process, and these numbers keep changing all the time, and everyone's attention is on those people who are not suppressing. So if you take a little longer, you're going to find that every day someone is calling that patient who has been suppressed.
So I think IRB might have looked at the subsequent involvement after I have described the cascade, and that's why they say that since you are going to have an interaction with these people, you will get full approval.
So my conclusion would be that technically for a period in that clinic, you're going to tell us things like what percent had a viral load within 6 months, what percent had a viral load at all, and how fast were these people getting the viral load done. Those things we don't know them. And actually, they are worth publishing. Secondly, the IRB, of course, requires us to put in, even this is routinely collected data, so they will still want us to have some protocol guiding that process of how do we use routinely collected data. It's given, it's the lay of the land. You just prepare it and do that portion. I think the second part really goes to the explain what it is you found in the first part. And I think that will be very rich. I don't know whether, those are my thoughts.
My comment is, so after reading your protocol and listening to this, I get two different things. But what I'm getting from this is that you're looking at how a strategy, which in this case is the policy, is being implemented. Because if it was being implemented ideally, then 100% of people would have a viral load test done and at the right time. But you know that the data says that a certain proportion is getting it and the time they're getting it is wrong. So you need to report on what proportion is that is not getting their viral load and that is not getting it, where they should get it. And then as an implementation scientist, you need to look at what are those factors in the implementation of this policy that is leading to a less than ideal outcome.
I wanted to mention that I have one of my students has looked at exactly what you are doing, but in a selected population. She looked at pregnant and postpartum women using data by IDI in the different FCA clinics. and the results are very interesting. What struck me was that all the people who are not suppressing, all the breastfeeding women by 6 months were not suppressing compared to non-breastfeeding, and we cannot explain that. So those are things you could look into: who exactly is suppressing, who is suppressing, what is the time to switch into second line once someone has been diagnosed as non-care is not suppressing. So to then reach your data, you could talk to her, patients, you know her from Mojo. Yeah, she's just handed in her dissertation to School of Public Health.
Great. So I give you something.
Yeah, I was actually going to say what somebody else had said, that it's really important to have a preamble to your second barriers and facilitation. You need to know the background, even though it's clinically collected as program evaluation, as implementation science. You need that data to be able to guide you, even for your focus group discussions and what, you know, the guides, what you're going to discuss if you don't know the parameters. So my question really was, are you just looking at those who are failing, viral load failures, or you're looking at the whole cascade, which is, I think, more important than just failure?
I think initially it was the whole cascade until maybe there was a discussion of would you just narrow down to the non-suppressed, but initially it was looking at the whole cascade. How many have received it? How many have received it on time? And how many have actually had an action taken after they received it, the action being a switch, a timely switch, and things like that.
So why are we not interested in that? Because I think that's more important and broader than just failing. Or is it trying to narrow your study? Is it trying to focus it to failure? Is that because that's not what the title seems to suggest?
No, the title speaks to the implementation of the guide, of the team.
Okay.
Okay, so
we discuss with your supervisor.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to suggest that we have a short break. Thank you, Ivan. We're going to have a